Hello, I am Nell Wood. Thank you so much for joining me for this workout to lower body workout. This is going to be 3 exercises that work the back and front of the lower body. So I would definitely recommend light weights, though you are working bigger muscle groups, the back of the leg, the front of the leg. You can sometimes add on a little bit, but please be careful. So we're gonna start with a warm up, and we're just gonna start with some light cardio. We're spending about 30 seconds to 45 seconds, maybe not even a minute, just on this light cardio. And so I'm gonna recommend coming down into a little squat, and then it is a skate side to side. So you don't have to add the arms like this, but you are just skating side to side. You can also have the hands at your hips or just hanging down at your side. You are moving side to side. It's not a big move. It's just to get your heart rate up. We're only going to do this for, like I said, 30 to 45 seconds to maybe 60 seconds. I do have my eye on a clock. So you're getting your heart rate up. We always start with a quick little light cardio just to get that heart rate up a little bit. You're trying to get that oxygenated blood going and get it pumping through your body, so it's going to support your body, support your muscles as you start moving. All right, let yourself take a pause from that. And then the next is going to be down on the ground. And you're coming to that beginning bridge position. Take time to protect yourself, that you are not hurting yourself. Engage that lower girdle. Keep those knees protected and those feet in really close, and it's a lower and a lift in that bridge. Keep your chin tucked. Remember not to use your toes. I've got my shoulders out in my ears. I'm also trying to spread my shoulders wide. I'm not gripping with my fingers. It's up and down in this dynamic move, and then we're going to pause, and we're going to hold it here for at least 30 seconds. I got my eye on a timer again, just to make sure. Keep breathing, keep trying to feel that front body pull up, feel that back body pull down. Don't strain anything else. You're holding in that bridge. Keep breathing. Stay with your breath. Really feel those glutes engage. So you get that work, feel that stretch in that front body. We're going to come down one vertebra at a time. And when you get down, then you're going to reset back up into standing to find yourself back there. And then the first set of exercises, that's the warm-up, is going to be squats. I'm going to grab a drink of water. I encourage you to keep drinking water. Always have that. We're going to do these workouts. We're going to do these reps, and we're going to take a minute break in between. So we're always going to have that rest. So the first one is squat. Hopefully you already know how to do a squat in your body safely. If not, you've watched that video that I prepared, the intro, and hopefully that gave you some good hints. But I've got light weights in my arms. I'm just going to have them to the side. I'm turning to get the best angle. I'm pulling the back body down, lifting the front body, and I'm going to sit back for 1, 2, 3, 4, not using the toes, 5, arms, 6, shoulders back, arms just dangling carefully, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you are pausing for that minute. Put the weights down so you completely reset. Here's where I offer up, if you have a lot of energy to burn, you are doing some sort of cardio move to keep your heart rate going, if that's what you want to do, my cat is just laying right here. You can also just rest. I prefer just to chill out, feel my muscles kind of go back into the way they were before, and it is change in real time. I'm also right now setting my watch to capture my workout. I encourage you to do whatever you want to do in order to keep track of these workouts. All right, we're going to go into that second set. You're getting your weights. We're going to do 12 more reps. These can be even wider. You can even make your legs a little bit wider. You can turn your toes out as long as you are still protecting. 1, 2, 3, and I'll turn to the side so you see. 4, 5, 6. Now, depending on your knees, this might not work. 7. So you're figuring out, like if you're like halfway through, you're like, no thanks. 8. You just come right to that place. 9. 10. That best supports and serves you. 11. 12. All right, that is 2 sets down. We're going to take another rest for another minute in between. Like I said, if you want to keep the cardio up, do that. I like to let my heart rate come down. Drink some water. Think about that last set, and you are, as you get better and more comfortable at doing this is where you're making calls. Maybe if you've done this a few times, you are adding weights. You're adding another 5 pounds or so in order to really add that little bit extra onto, so you get that strength building a little bit quicker. All right, last set. I've got my weights. You never have to do the squat the same way. In fact, I kind of encourage maybe mixing it up as much as you can as you feel comfortable. I am going to, but sometimes if mixing it up makes you uncomfortable, I mean, I totally get it. All right, we're gonna do that last set. Remember to keep pulling that back body down, lifting that front body. I'm gonna hold the weights like this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, first set of exercises done. Squats done. We're going to take a little break as we then set up for the next group of exercises, which is deadlift. And there's multiple ways you can do a deadlift, or multiple ways you can choose to use the weight. I think I might start with this heavy weight. I'm going to bring it down to start with, get it ready, starting it on the ground. This is another one where you want to be really careful about how you're holding your body. You want to make sure that you are not hurting that low back. Your low back should never, it should not be talking to you. Your low back should not be doing any of the work. It's all in that lower girdle. You're pulling that back body down, lifting that front body. And that's the move, basically, that you're doing in that deadlift. You want to keep those knees nice and soft and not hyperextend. So starting upright, in that upright position, you're going to reach down for your weight, whether it's going to be dumbbells or a heavy bar or maybe a kettlebell, because you could do this with all of them. Or you can even choose not to do a weight and then just work the body just as glorious as using the weight. All right, we're going to do 3 sets of 10. Keeping those shoulders back, coming into that hinge, getting the weight It's going to be a 1 to pick up. 1. All the way down, almost to your toes. 2. 3. 4. Use those glutes. 5. Don't use your toes. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. All right, I'm going to bring it back down. Here's where you've got your minute to reset. You're doing whatever feels good to you. Doing that extra cardio, just hanging out, having a drink if you need it. Letting your body reset back. And so, just to talk a little bit more about that deadlift. Deadlifts are one of my all-time favorite. They really work a lot of major muscles. And so having that awareness of always trying to pull that back body down and lift that front body helps you with that move. Helps you come forward to come then pull yourself up. And you are using your glutes. Your glutes are squeezing your glutes, but it's not the only thing that you are doing. So try to have some awareness in that as well. And then you're also not using your toes and gripping that way. All right, we're gonna do another set of 10. Get into your beginning position, shoulders back, coming forward, picking it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to wait another minute. Let yourself reset back. Letting those muscles knit back together. This is where the magic happens. I say this over and over. You are breaking down, and this, I'm not the only one that says this, right? This is how it is. You're breaking down the muscle safely, a little bit at a time, and then that rest is when the muscle knits back together, and it knits back together stronger, more resilient. You're able to do more. You're able to last longer. I mean, it's just amazing. And it doesn't have to be all of this weight. It can be a little bit at a time. And actually that little bit at a time makes it even that much more enjoyable. All right, we're coming into our last set of 10. Getting yourself in that beginning position. Hinging forward to pick up the weight. Protect that low back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, last set. Yeah, put the weight down. And I just want to mention that's a hinge. Really try to find that hinge at your hip center, rounding at your navel. We're going to set up for that last set of exercises. We're going to do some lunges. And you can use a wall or a chair. You know, I think I am just going to use this wall. I'm going to use a dumbbell in one hand. You're working a larger set of muscles. If you feel comfortable, you can always add on. You can always grab that kettlebell. I maybe wouldn't recommend doing the heavy bar unless you felt comfortable holding it and doing it that way. But I say start with just a dumbbell. You've got the wall to help support. I start with my feet hip distance apart, and I'm going to step the leg that is closest to the wall, so the weight is in the leg that goes back. 3 sets of 8. All right, when you get ready, drop for your first lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, your low back knows nothing. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and so you're switching, and now I'm going to turn and have the other leg, the right leg, come forward, left leg come back to come into that next set. I'm not taking a break because we're going to take a break in between. 1, after we do each side. 2, I'm using the wall for support. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to pause here for the minute and reset. We've worked both sides. And so we'll do that 2 more times. And then look at my cat over here. She's so silly. So silly. All right, so far we've done 2 1/4 ish of exercises for this whole thing, and I'm already feeling amazing. This is going to be less than, I bet it's going to be at least be less than 30 minutes, if not less than 25. We will finish up this set of exercises and do a cool down, and then you will be on your way. All right, holding the weight in the hand of the leg that I'm bringing back. That's just the way I do it. You, as long as you are being careful, maybe it works for you and your brain a different way. So I've got my right leg back, my left leg forward, my left arm is on the wall to help support. I'm coming down to that beginning position, not using my toes. Even my back toes, I'm not using them as my balls. Dropping down for 1, 2, making sure I'm not pressing that front knee too far over those knees or those toes. 3, 4, did I miscount? I don't think I did. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then coming around to go to your other side, 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then take another break, wait for that next minute, and then we will finish up with that last round. Let your breath start to come into a manageable place. I am hungry. I cannot wait to start eating after this workout. Make sure that you are nourishing yourself with good food as well. Keep breathing. Kind of can't remember where we were in a minute, but it doesn't have to be exactly a minute. In fact, some people would probably even recommend 2 minutes or 3-minute rests. You're gonna take a rest day. Like I really don't encourage you to work out every day. Like maybe do upper body one day, lower body the next day, and then take a rest day. And you get a whole day of rest. Do that last set. Got the weight in my hand, got my right leg back, my right hand's got the weight, my right leg's back, my left leg's in front. Coming down for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're switching to the other side, taking your time, setting yourself up for the best lunge you can have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that is those 3 sets. And now we're going to do some stretches to cool down. Make sure you've got support. Start with that. I've got my left hand on support. I'm going to pull that right knee up, move that ankle around. I'm not really holding on too much with the limb, and I'm trying to keep the trunk nice and lifted, letting those circles happen, letting those toes move around, and then move to the quad stretch, which is a reach for that back leg. If you can't quite get your ankle, you can always reach for your pants or maybe just your heel. Try to keep those knees together. And then let that right leg come down. And the same thing, we're doing the other leg. I'm going to have it behind me. Lift up. Ankle rise. When I got that left leg lifted up, I got my right hand back here on this wall for support, moving that ankle around. And then going into the quad stretch, trying to keep those knees together so you get that beautiful stretch. Remember to use support, inhaling and exhaling. And then bring yourself down to standing on 2 feet, keeping those shoulders out of your ears, protecting those elbows, reaching those arms up. If it feels good to clasp, you totally can. If it doesn't feel good to clasp, just reach. You can also bring that right arm down. As you reach to the right, that's where you're going for a nice big side stretch to the right. Inhaling, exhaling, lifting, dropping those arms if you need to, and then moving to that opposite side. Or if you don't, moving into that opposite side, keep pulling that back body down, keep lifting that front body, and then stretch, and then bring yourself into standing to receive. And look at that, less than 25 minutes to do 3 sets of exercises, a warm up and a cool down. Hope you loved it. Come back and do it again. It's been my pleasure. Take care. Bye.